glad that you said hi, 'cause I was way too shy. What would have happened if you just had passed me by tonight? We keep on drinking, keep on wishing for someone out there to hold. All those little moments, the bites you didn't catch, me looking over your shoulder just at the right time. Those little moments all led me to you, only God knew about.
yourself. Stop what you're doing and let him go. Pack up all your things when you're finally done. Call me up, sweet mama, we'll run. 'Cause oh, what a way to live a life. Living in pain and fear as a wife.
Alright, I think we're good to go now. Internet glitches seem to have subsided. What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday. Welcome to another flight. Jen, how's it going? Hey, JJ, what's going on? We are heading from Chicago down to Atlanta. Pilot Dave, how's it going, man? Good to see you as always. Mr. Lou, how are you? Hope everybody's having a good day. Internet was glitching there for a little bit. The kid was moving around some of his video games and let me know about 5 minutes before we were supposed to go live that he accidentally unplugged the router, and so it was doing its whole reset thing like it always does, and so just giving it a minute to totally reset itself and become stable again, and I think we're good to go now. So everything looks smooth on the screen I'm looking at. If something sounds weird to you guys, let me know. Sound, visuals, anything like that. But on my end, everything's looking okay so far. So, alright, let's go ahead and get things started up here. Batteries on and get this cockpit running.
Much longer will you take? Don't drown in what's around you, let him go. Won't you find your new surroundings with the man who loves you so? The man I know will treat you.
Sorry, just checking on some messages here. 1 second.
Oh, what a way to spend a life. Living in pain and fear as a wife. I said next time he hurts you, I'll know.
Okay. Alright, got that going. I'm going to go ahead and start up the APU since we have the batteries on. We'll go ahead and get the checklist going.
Cockpit checklist. Battery amps, check. Interior exterior lights, check.
Precog lights on now that our
ATIS
batteries are on.
clearance.
Alright, and we'll go ahead and start getting ready for some clearance here. Let's get connected to vPilot. I'm going to go ahead and cut the music just for now. We'll come back to that maybe a little bit later once we're up in the air. So, alright. Alright. ATIS is 354.
Read my call runway hold short instruction. Departure of expect runway 22 left. 28er from November 5 9,750 feet available. Notices to air mission. Runway 4 left. 22 closed. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta.
Alright, so there's Delta.
O'Hare International Airport ATIS information Delta 1851 Zulu. 1220 at 9er gust 17. Visibility 10. Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 29er. 2.15. Altimeter 3007. Arrivals expect vectors ILS runway 27 left approach. Visual approach runway 27 center. Visual approach runway 28 center. Simultaneous approach is in use. Read my call runway hold short instruction. Departure is expected.
Alright, cool. Okay, so we have a ground and a tower. Sweet. Okay, so we'll go to 19er on ground. And then tower's going to be 2075. Get those in so they're ready to go. Alright, so we've got that. Let's go ahead and pull in our flight plan from SynBrief. Sweet. And I don't think it had... Yeah, it didn't have a departure procedure. I guess O'Hare doesn't have departure procedures? Don't know, never flown out of here before. Maybe they just vector you out. Flown in here the other day for the first time, but never flown out. Alright, and they mentioned 22 would probably be the runway to be expecting. Oh, we're right up there if that's the case. Sweet. Yeah, it says no departures available when I pull up the charts and stuff. It's interesting. Find it hard to believe, but okay. O'Hare 7 departure. Wonder if that's what he'll give us. Okay, all aircraft expect radar vectors, top altitude 5,000. From 22 right. SID requires takeoff minimums. Okay. Yeah, it sounds like they pretty much just vector you all the way out of here, so that's cool. They'll probably tell us that as we get the clearance. So, I'm going to go ahead and call in for that clearance just so we can then continue stepping through everything else.
Central aircraft, O'Hare ground is now closed, and O'Hare tower is closing. Monitor Unicom, longitude 2.8. Have a good flight.
Damn it! God! Alright, well... Okay, well, I guess we will be taking off on Unicom. Son of a gun. Well, we'll just come out of here however we want then. Jeez Louise. Never fails. Well, I did that on purpose because I saw when I was doing the plan that they had been on for a few hours, and I thought chances are they're going to go off, and Atlanta had just come on. So I knew that we probably weren't going to lose Atlanta. You know what? We haven't really started anything yet, and I don't think you guys are too invested in Chicago down to Atlanta. Houston has full coverage to Atlanta. Actually, we could take off San Antonio. That looks kind of fun. Who's towered there? Houston... Yeah, William Hobby is towered, and it has been for about an hour and a half. What's Houston Center? 3.5 hours. What are the chances they go offline? Probably pretty good, but... Ooh, in Birmingham. Oh my god, 5 hours? Is that serious? Sorry, I'm looking at SimAware right now, trying to... I want to make this interesting. I don't want to... Yeah, because we would be just on Unicom until about the last quarter of the flight. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to restart, and we're going to go from a different location. This is why I don't put the routes on the game ahead of time, or on the YouTube listing ahead of time, because crap like this happens, and I can change it on the fly. We're going to fly out of Houston Hobby, I think. So, let's load in there. I'm going to try and hurry a little bit, since Houston Center says it's been on for 3 hours. We won't mess around too much here. Maybe we can get out of there before they possibly go offline. All right. So Houston is set. So let's go KHOU. And let's still go Atlanta Center, Birmingham approach. Birmingham Tower seems like it's been on. Yeah, let's go to Atlanta. A little bit longer of a flight anyway. Okay, so I'm going to refile for KHOU. I'll bring some tunes back up here now so that we're not just... I'll let the panels pop out first. Okay, KHOU to KATL in the longitude. It's going east, so we're going to be odd. We can get up to 41,000. That's what I filed for before, so let's go ahead and file for 41. Passengers, I put that we had 4. I'm going to do that again. I always just do none, but we'll pretend we got the family on board here. Alright, we'll let the payload do whatever it wants to do automatically so that we can make it match in the game. Alright, 4 passengers, 41,000. That works on the departure. The Gandalf 2 arrival. Nice. Alright, so let's generate that flight. Okay, and we've got that up right next to the building here, aren't we? Alright. Let's go ahead and get connected back into VATSIM. Go. And I'm going to go ahead and just do the fuel weight up here in the game. Go ahead and file this so I don't forget. Don't want to be that guy. Call up for the clearance and they tell us we don't have anything filed. How's it going, everybody? If you're just joining us, we were getting ready to fly Chicago down to Atlanta, but Chicago went offline literally as we were starting the aircraft. So hopped over here to Houston, and we're going to give that a shot. Just going to put in the block fuel and everything from the flight plan right quick. So 6049. C275 will work. And then we do have 4 passengers, so I'll leave that in. That's showing up weird. Wouldn't let me get all the way down to my passengers. There we go. Alright, so that estimated takeoff weight is 3494, and in the plane we've got 3158. So yeah, let's just take out this payload here, and I think we're going to be pretty darn close. Alright, that puts us at 3,300, and we are at 3158. That works. Alright. Okay, so that is all good. We'll pretend we just fired those up. We'll start that checklist again. Get standby power and the batteries going. Maybe. The heck won't the battery engage? Try Axis and O's restarting it. Didn't like something there. Alright, standby power on. Oh, now what? Go ahead and shut those down completely. Axis and O's. Close that out. Close Stream Deck. Close Stream Deck all the way. Alright. Stream Deck is quit fully. There's Axis and O's. There's Stream Deck back online. Mobi flight needs restarted. Appears to be running okay. That sounds good. Update the overlay here because we are now KHOU. Go. Okay, Mobi flight looks good. Now, let's turn these on and make sure we've got everything going. Robert, what's going on, man? Just getting ourselves reconfigured here. We switched down to Houston to Atlanta instead of Chicago because they went offline right when we were getting ready to go. Alright, I don't need the checklist. I want the power. Standby power is on. Why are the battery buttons now acting like this? Come on. Not be anything going on. Oh, that's like not even registering. Like it won't even let me hide the yoke. What is going on here? Pop out. Everything worked good there. That's all good. Okay. Only thing I know how to do right there is just restart it. Alright, come on thing. Alright, axis and nose is connected, good there. Standby power switch is now showing off, that's a plus. Alright, pop out's fully finished, that looks good. Axis and nose is connected, that looks good. Let's hop outside in the view. Okay, standby power on, batteries. You've got to be kidding me. Why is Moby Flight refusing to act like it's trying to run? Okay. Alright guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna restart the sim. Surely that was not being caused by Sky Dolly. There's no way. No, there's no way. I'm gonna restart it just to be on the safe side. Alright, stand by. We'll here, let me throw on some tunes so we're not just sitting here in the dark. Alright, just gonna stop it here. Gonna do a restart just to be on the safe side. Close out Sky Dolly. Close out Moby Flight. DJ can go away. Just gonna close. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and close voice meter, so this may take away the audio and stuff for just a minute. So if I go dark, stand by for a second.
Gonna rise each and every time, but I've still got Tennessee on my mind. From Reapers Ford to Watertown, and maybe Johnson City or Memphis bound. No matter where I go, no matter what I see, I still hear the calling of Tennessee. And who we to know where these rivers flow, or why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise each and every time, and I've still got Tennessee on.
Well, I'm showing output in OBS, so if you can hear me, awesome. But if you can't, we're just waiting a couple more minutes here, restarting the stream.
Smoke on the
if it was because I had Sky Dolly going.
The color of the leaves in the fall.
Watch Houston go offline while we're doing all of this. Alright, all of that is starting up. Happy with that. All the flights are running. That's good. Pop out panel, managers open, waiting. Alright, we will spawn back in Houston as soon as it gets restarted, and I'll restart voice meter, so if you can hear me right now with the music, awesome, but if you can't, I'll be there in just a couple seconds.
Rivers flow, why the wind chooses when and where to blow. The sun is gonna rise.
Alright, everything still seems to be online in Houston. Awesome.
And I've still got Tennessee on. Yeah, I've still got Tennessee on my mind.
I have to turn off the voice meter when I start the game because something about it and the way that the Microsoft Flight Simulator audio works, it does not like it. Alright, hopefully everything's back now. I can hear myself again, I can hear the music. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Alright, so we're good there. Let's spawn into Houston, and I'm not going to pick the spot I did last time because I did not like being right up against that building. Houston Hobby, I think that was where everybody was flying in for Flight Sim Expo. I think the Houston Hobby was where they had a lot of stuff for that, I think. I didn't go, so I don't know for sure, but I think that's where they had a lot of their stuff. Alright, let these screens pop out and then we'll try to get back underway. Standby power is not showing us on, which is a plus. I start doing everything, I'll check that just to make sure. Alright, panels are popped out. That's good to go. Axis and nose is connected. That's good to go. Switch our view. Alright, now let's turn on standby power. Batteries are firing up. We are good to go. Alright. I'm going to shut off the music for right now because we are going to do some flying here. I'm tired of messing around here. Alright. Let's go ahead and connect to VATSIM. Good there. Let's go up here and configure the fuel based on the flight plan. What it wants us to do. Alright, we are looking at, what did I say, 6049 in block fuel. $61.29, a little extra there, that's fine. Alright, we'll take out our payload and our baggage here, and that should leave us with estimated takeoff weight 3158. We're at 3344. That's perfect. Alright. Empty CG I'm going to put up forward a little bit. There we go. Okay. Everything's good there. Alright. Let's run through
Cockpit
the
checklist.
cockpit checklist.
Battery amps, check.
Battery amps are good. Let me just make sure. Go ahead and start Sky Dolly because I like to be able to get us a replay at the end here. Alright, Sky Dolly's good. I think Moby Flight was running. Yes, okay, so that should all be good. I'm going to give it a quick check on the radio. Yep, transmission's working. Sweet. Alright. Battery amps, check. They're good.
Interior exterior lights, check.
Recog light is on.
ATIS, clearance.
Alright, we'll get the ATIS. I'm going to go ahead and start up the APU, by the way, while we're sitting here. Alright, so Houston Hobby has, I think, a tower on. ATIS is 246.
On initial contact, You have information November.
November.
Poppy Airport ATIS information November. 1853 Zulu Special. Wind 0588 gusts 17. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 5,500. 7,500 scattered. Ceiling 10,000 broken. Temperature 35. 2.21. Altimeter 2998. ILS runway 4 approach in use. Primary departure runway 13 right. Notices to air mission.
Alright.
Runway 17, 35 closed. All aircraft taxi with transponder on. Advise on initial contact. You have information November.
15.7 is tower. We're going to go ahead and switch over to tower. We've got November. I just realized I have no side views. We were almost batting 1,000 there. Could have enjoyed those nice performance and probably 100 frames per second right up until I added those. Dang it, is this the spot I picked last time? Because we're right up against a building again. Alright, whatever. Alright, 29908 was the altimeter. I've got that put in. So we've got the ATIS. I'm going to go ahead and pull in the flight plan here. Houston to Atlanta. I'll request that. Import it. I got Houston to Atlanta here. We're going to be on the Ellico departure. Just make sure that that is what's in. Ellico departure is good with the LLA transition. Expecting 13 right for the runway. It matches up with what the ATIS said, so we'll leave that in there for right now. And no altitude restrictions or anything in the flight plan, so we're going to check the chart here and just make sure there's nothing there, and I do not see any. 13 right, we're going to climb on heading 131 and then expect radar vectors to Ellico with a 16,000 top altitude, and then we filed for 41,000. So, initial heading is going to be 131, so I'll go ahead and put that in the bug. Then we'll get vectors, but that'll at least give us a runway heading to start with. And then we'll just wait on the
Trims
clearance.
set for takeoff.
And I'll call in and get that clearance here in just one moment. Actually, I'll just do it now so we don't miss out on it. Houston Tower, citation November 316, Bravo Papa, IFR to Atlanta with November. Or do they have an
November 316, Bravo Papa, Houston Hobby Tower, good afternoon. You cleared the Hotland International Airport, we call it 6th departure. White Lake transition, then as filed, maintain 5,000, you can expect level 410, minutes after departure. Departure's on 120.05, squawk 2733.
Alright, cleared to Hotlanta as via the Ellico 6 departure. Climb maintain 5,000, expect 410, 10 minutes after. Departure is 12005 and squawk 2733, 6 Bravo Papa.
November 6 Bravo Papa, read back correct on a 13 right, call for taxi, and let me know when you have November.
Roger, we'll call for taxi, 6 Bravo Papa. Alright, so we're going to expect 5,000. We're squawking 2733. Departure was going to be 2005. Sorry, and I have none of this pulled up. That on there so you can see it. 005. And after that, we will be into Houston Center, just 34425. I'm going to go ahead and get that put in. I just don't want to get behind anything here. 3442. Alright, so that'll be in COM 2, and then Atlanta Center will be after that, and we'll wait. Put that in afterwards. So, okay, so we're good there on that. Everything matches up with our flight plan. Back out the screen here. So yeah, we'll be Ellico after we do the initial vectors that they're going to give us.
Weight and fuel complete.
Up over and check that out. Alright, weight and fuel looks good. The payload, so we do have 4 passengers. No cargo. Sink the fuel. Alright, everything looks good there. That'll get us ready for our takeoff performance.
Takeoff data complete.
Alright, 1-3 right is what he told us to expect. Loading in the weather, 95 degrees. We will not be taking a rolling takeoff. Okay, so we're going to be looking at rotating a 109. So we will accept those.
V speeds set.
Alright, those are set.
Pressurization landing elevation set.
997 for Atlanta.
Fuel quantity and balance check.
Just did that a little bit ago.
Autopilot check.
Alright, that looks good. Okay, I'll be ready
Engine start checklist.
for engine start.
Parking brake set.
Alright, we're set.
Seat belt button on.
Tell our other passengers to
EIS
sit down
pass,
and
check.
shut up. Alright, CAS is good.
Throttles idle.
They're at idle.
Left and right generators verify on.
We will do that as soon as we start the engines. .32. Red engine's firing up. I don't know if you can see in the camera, I got my Boeing shirt on today. As we're flying into Atlanta, I mean, not necessarily Boeing, but Delta and stuff. Alright. Right engine start is good, left engine going.
Bus tie verify open.
Okay, those are up. Generators are on, bus tie is open.
APU off.
And APU can come off now. Both engines start, look good.
Flight controls check.
Alright, we'll pull that up on the synoptic here so that we can actually see them working as intended.
880 ready for taxi with November.
Southwest 880, thank you to November, runway 13 right, taxi via Yankee.
Okay, that looks good.
Echo, at Echo, cross runway 13 left, hold short runway 13 right.
Right, 13 right via Yankee Echo, cross 13 left, hold
Speed
short
brakes
13 right.
retracted.
Southwest 880.
Alright, speed brakes are up.
Flaps takeoff.
Flaps will go to notch 1.
Avionics check.
Alright, avionics look good. We got the flight plan in like we need it to be.
Altimeters set.
Altimeters 299 or 8.
Nav source check.
Nav source is on FMS.
Ice protection check.
And that is not going to be necessary. 92 degrees in Houston right now. Alright, only thing left on the, what do they call that? It's not a check, like pre-flight summary, I think they call that, is going to be the parking brake, and that's going to be when we're going to be ready to go, so.
All stations, Hobby Tower will be right back.
Alright, if he would have said we're going offline, I would have lost my mind. Okay, cool. Zoom in here, as we are probably going to be getting 13 right. That's what he told us to expect, and that's what we'll probably get, obviously. Alright, hop back to my airport map here so I can see when he starts to give us those taxi instructions. I'm gonna guess it's Kilo 1, cross 4, and then golf. Is what I'm guessing he will give us. Alright. Flight plan's in. Oh, it took the flight plan off the bottom of my screen there. Wonder why I did that. Well, that's no good.
And all stations, copy towers.
I don't need to get this on there, but I want to put it back. Huh. I wonder how I turned that off. Weird. Alright. Okay. I think everything at this point is good. Ran through the checklist. Engine start, everything is fine. Flaps are set, trim is set the way it needs to be. I'm going to go ahead and throw on our taxi lights because we are going to get ready to roll here. I'll pull those off for you guys while we're taxiing. Yeah, I think otherwise we're good here.
Southwest 880 on departure. Right turn heading 150. Wind 060 at 8, gauge 17, runway 13 right, clip takeoff.
Alright, heading 150, 13 right, clear for takeoff, Southwest 880.
Hey, Houston Tower, Citation 6 Bravo, Papa's ready to taxi with November.
Citation 6 Bravo, Papa, runway 13 right, taxi via Juliet Kilo, hold short runway 13 right.
Alright, Juliet Kilo and hold short of 13 right, 6 Bravo, Papa. Juliet Kilo. Actually, we are not in. Yeah, I think we're in a different ramp. I'm going to ask him about that. Houston Tower, I'm looking at our airport map and Navigraph, and we're in a GA spot where it looks like our only exit out of here is Kilo. Do you copy that?
Yep, number 136 Bravo, Papa, in that case, Kilo, hold short runway 13 right.
Alright, Kilo to 13 right, 6 Bravo, Papa. Alright, so we're actually going to cross Kilo. We're going to take Kilo and then take it to like the center of run 3 right and then just sit there, so, okay.
Taxi checklist. Taxi
Southwest
clearance.
880, radar contact, 1 mile
Exterior
south.
lights,
The rest of the field
check.
contact, Houston Center 126,
Brakes
142
on,
other
check.
flight.
We'll check that as soon as we go. So, alright, we're going to pull out of here and go left.
Number 316 Bravo, Papa, at Kilo, cross runway 13 right, to continue taxi. Kilo, Charlie, cross runway 4, Zulu, Echo. At Echo, cross 13 left, hold short runway 13 right.
Alright, we'll go Kilo, Charlie, cross runway 14, and then Zulu, Echo, and then hold short of 13 right, 6 Bravo Papa.
Number 6 Bravo, Papa, just confirm it's at Charlie, cross runway 4.
Cross runway 4 at Charlie, gotcha, 6 Bravo Papa. Okay, so this is the weirdest frickin' taxi. I don't know why he. Okay, whatever. Alright, so we're gonna go Kilo, Charlie, cross runway 4. Zulu, Echo. Oh my god, he is making us. I don't know. This guy's just having fun. If I had the Navigraph screen on, I would throw it up for you, the chart, to show you what he's making us do for a taxi. By the way, our brakes work, because I came to a stop while he was explaining that.
Nose wheel steering, check.
And nose wheel steering works, because we are turning ourselves.
Thrust reversers, check.
We'll check those out as soon as we get a little farther here. Making a hard left here. What in God's name? There's buildings right here. Okay, so it shows on the map for us to cross right through there. It looks like it's like a grass taxiway, so okay. I think we parked ourselves in the wrong area here. I hope this doesn't cause damage going through here. It better not. Alright. Yeah, so that building's built right in the center of the taxiway. That's interesting. Whatever, though. And now we've got a truck playing chicken with us. Alright, buddy. We're going to pretend you'll go under our left wing. Alright. Kilo. Hanging a right. And then we will go right on Kilo again. And then we can cross 1-3 right at Kilo. We still have that clearance. We'll give the thrust reversers a test here as we cruise on Kilo here for a little while. There's left. Looks good. And playing chicken with another airport vehicle. Alright. We'll give way to him. Left works. Right works. Alright.
V speeds displayed.
They are up.
Speed knob check.
Speed knob is going to be on FMS for right now.
Crew briefing.
Alright, so we're going to take that Elko 6 RNAV departure. Everything looked good on it in terms of how it was entered into the flight plan, so I'm good with that. Once we hit V1 speed, if we get any cautions or anything with that, we will go ahead and take off and then deal with it once we get up into the air. And we are going to get ready to cross 1-3 right here, so I'll give it a look.
Tower American 3 and 9, the radio check.
5.
Alright, there's 1-3 right. We're going to go ahead and cross. Looks good left and right. Alright. And we're going to cross.
Yeah, Hobby Tower, Delta 210, West November, looking to get clearance to Atlanta.
Delta 210, thank you for November. Clearance request number 1.
3-1 right. We're crossing again. And we're going to go left on
Delta
Charlie.
210, clearance available, roger the copy.
Do you copy?
Delta 210, you go to the Hotlanta International Airport, Ecola 6 departure, White Lake transition as filed, maintain 5,000. You can expect flight level 350, correction, 350, 1 minutes after departure. Departure's on 134.42, squawk 7230.
Oh, I'm not seeing Charlie on here. If I am, it's in a different spot.
Alright, Delta 210, clear to Atlanta, the Loco 6 departure, the Lima Alpha transition that has filed. I think it was quite by the city. Expect 350 on 10. Departure is on 134.42.
Yeah, so we're going back.
With
See if we can get across here before he finishes talking to that guy and realizes
Delta
we're screwed
210,
up.
back correct, runway 13 right, call for a taxi.
I think we're going to get away with it.
Taxi, Delta 2.
Yeah, we did. He saw nothing. I did not see the Charlie sign, so just FYI. Alright, so now we're Zulu to Echo.
American 435,
Weather
radio
radar.
check.
5 by 5.
Pitot static check.
Not necessary. Alright. Taxi checklist is complete. We are now going to go Zulu. I'm guessing is right here. Alright, so we're going to start off in heading mode, so I'm going to throw that on. FMS speed I'm going to go ahead and shut off, and we're going to go manual just in case we get something a little funky out of the gate here. Maybe. Okay, it's on manual, it just wouldn't switch. We'll go up to 2, and we'll hold it at 200. So we don't get behind on anything. Alright, we're lit up. I'm going to go ahead and throw on the landing lights so we're fully ready to go once we get up there. Okay, and that should be Delta. And we want Echo. To 13 right. Craziest taxi ever. I think they said runway 4 something was closed, so maybe that's why, to keep it realistic, he had us do this whole little runaround thing. I think he said we were clear to cross 13 left. He might yell at us for that. Okay, this runway does not fully match the 17. I did not even have a runway 17 on. What the heck? Okay. Alright, so there's 13 right.
November 216 Bravo Papa, on departure fly runway heading, wind 0608-17, running 13 right, clear for takeoff.
Alright, we'll fly runway heading and we're cleared for takeoff 13 right, 6 Bravo Papa. Alright, let's go find 13 right, because right now should just be right up here, I guess. But whatever. Alright, 131 is runway heading. We got that in. So we will fly that. We are clear right, clear left. We got a notch of flaps in. Speed brakes are up. Otherwise, we should be ready to go. Alright. Pull out here and get lined up. We'll have a bit of a crosswind on the takeoff. Yeah, this runway 17 that cuts through here, that is not on the chart. So it's either old scenery or an old map. So, interesting. Alright, we're going to be rotating at 109. So, I'm just going to get us lined up here. Everything looks good. Alright. Spool them up to about 40. Make sure it's stable. That looks good. Alright, we're going all the way. Engage auto throttle. And we will rotate at 109. There it is. Gears up. Flaps are up. We're going to fly that runway heading. 5,000 is the initial altitude.
November 316 Bravo Papa, radar contact altitude indicates 1,500. Go ahead and contact Houston Center 134.42. Have a good flight.
Alright, we'll go over to Houston Center, 6 Bravo Papa. Thanks for the coverage. See ya.
See ya.
Drive information Papa. 2 aircraft at once, stand by 1. United 4 Hotel, break United 4 Hotel. Traffic is 11 o'clock north, westbound, level at flight level 360. That guy's been popping in and out because of network problems. I'm not talking to him anymore.
Alright, we'll have him inside. This should be fine. Thank you.
November 283 Charlie Foxtrot, Houston Center, radar contact, climb view sit.
Climb view sit, 283 Charlie Fox.
Medevac 25, traffic is at your 10 to 9 o'clock southbound on the visual 18 left. It's a Challenger 600 business jet. Report that traffic in sight. Medevac 25, maintain visual separation with that traffic, and helipad at Kilo, clear to land. Caution wake turbulence. Southwest 1364, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. You want a visual approach runway 2?
Yeah, just, we got field time for it.
Southwest 1364, okay, that'll work. Clear visual approach runway 2. Runway 2, actually
Why
have your
is
landing
that
cleared in a
blowing
minute.
right through?
All right, cleared visual, runway 2, Southwest.
November 27 Yankee, did you check on?
I did, 320 and
That was interesting.
November 27 Yankee, thanks for pop. Expect the ILS runway 2 approach. Pilot's discretion, descend and maintain 16,000. The
Was
New
it
Orleans
not on
altimeter
autopilot? What the crap?
3001.
Okay, we'll be expecting the O2 ILS and descending to 16,007 Yankee.
We need to get down to 5,000 and then call in.
Center Southwest 4155, request IFR to Atlanta, please.
November 316 Bravo Papa, Houston Center, you on frequency?
Roger, yeah, we just switched over. We're at 5,000 on a 131 heading, 6 Bravo Papa.
November 316 Bravo Papa, climb and maintain level 410, clear direct White Lake VOR, Lima Lima Alpha.
All right, we'll climb to 410, and we are clear to White Lake VOR, 6 Bravo Papa. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pull up.
And Medevac 25, that traffic to follow is over the numbers, and caution wake turbulence, helipad at Kilo, still clear to land.
We're going to go ahead and go back to the FMS speed. At 250 knots, it's going to speed us up there and then begin us climbing. So it's going to start the turn, it's going to speed us up, and then it'll start us climbing. That was kind of weird. I guess I thought it was an autopilot that entire time, and it was not. So, awesome. All right, let's look at the chat here. Aviation Spotter, what's going on, dude? How much coverage are we expecting? It should be in
who's the Southwest jet that called
full
for
coverage the entire way to Atlanta. We were initially coming out of Chicago, and that went offline literally as we spawned in. So we quickly pivoted here down to Houston. And yeah, as of right now, we're still in coverage. And
4155 PDC
should have full center coverage all the way to
close up
Atlanta,
in
and then
a few
Atlanta
minutes,
looks
so
like they got a
your
departure,
will probably on Unicom.
or approach to departure that'll bring us in. So yeah, we should have full coverage as of now.
November 390 Golf Mike, welcome to
Full-ish
Austin
coverage, I
Way
should say. Let's back this out.
390 Golf Mike, taxi the FBO ramp via Alpha Lima, and use caution for a helicopter landing at the helipad at Kilo, caution rotor
All
wash.
of my settings got changed up.
Roger, I will connect to Ethiopia, Alpha Lima, and we'll definitely rotor wash.
I like north up heading on that. There we go.
Southwest 1364, runway 2, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 2,
UPS 475.
Why are we not climbing? Holy crap. What is going on? Okay, well, let's V-speed our way up then. What in God's name is wrong with flight level change? Nav, AP.
Houston Center, Comanche 5252, Papa, left down, 1 tree at executive. Or
Papa, runway 13, clear to land.
Clear to land 1 tree, Comanche 5252.
Delta 578 on, so where that go, ready to go to Sarasota, IFR.
Climb detents are on. Going back to FMS speed.
Delta 570, Houston Center's got to close up. I'll send you a PDC so you have your transponder code, and you can monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a good flight.
Sounds good. I think what 570.
Okay, let's see if flight
And
level
that frequency will be Unicom for departure.
flight level change is going to work here. It's going to speed us up to 250.
Southwest
And then start
1364.
climbing.
That unknown traffic's no longer a factor. Runway 2, clear to land.
So I don't want to do something.
An American 1006. Let's see here. I got to close up. So you can monitor Unicom 122.8, and your squawk code for the flight today will be 6647.
Man, we're...
Have a good day. Bye-bye. You too. United 4 Hotel, sorry I can't stick with you. I got to close
Oh
up.
my God.
Houston Center is closing. You can monitor
Why did
Unicom
I not have
122.8. Have a good night.
a cast message that we had the speed break up from when we were coming down from earlier? Holy cow. He's probably about to call me and say, dude, what are you doing?
Southwest 4155, that's correct. Unicom.
Holy smokes. Alright. Climbing.
Southwest 1364, monitor Unicom on the ground. Have a good night.
Junie, what's going on? What's call sign?
November 316 Bravo Papa. You can monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a good flight.
Over to Unicom, 6 Bravo Papa. Thanks for the coverage today.
November 283 Charlie Foxtrot. Climb and maintain.
Lights are off as we just cleared 10,000.
And monitor Unicom 122.8. Have a good night.
And let's go to 22.8.
And Charlie Foxtrot, your microphone's muted, by the way.
Alright, so we're now officially on Unicom, and Atlanta Center will be online. 32975, so we'll get them in standby. And then we'll also have an Atlanta approach, hopefully, if everything holds up. I can't get mad at the Houston Center guy for going offline, because it shows here he'd been on for 4.5 hours at this point. So luckily we just got out of here in time. We wouldn't get a whole lot of chatter or anything our way anyways during the Houston Center portion of the flight. Atlanta Center is really where we would start to get contacted again and stuff, so no biggie there whatsoever. So yeah, Atlanta Center, and then we're going to have Atlanta approach is going to be 33475. That in COM 2 just so it's ready. And that should be our full coverage unless they get power up or something like that, but as of now, no. So that should be good. Alright, we're clear of 18,000, down to standard on the barometer. After takeoff
checklist. Landing gear up.
Gears up.
Flaps up.
Flaps
Ice
are up.
protection check.
Not needed.
Pressurization check.
Pressurization look good. We'll go ahead and look at the synoptic for it on the stream deck. Let's see. Yep, everything's norm there.
Altimeters set.
Altimeters are at standard.
Exterior lights check.
Lights are off.
APU off.
And APU is confirmed off. Alright. We are good now until approach. Yeah, so Ginny, November 316 Bravo Papa is call sign. Schlaxum, how's it going? Thank you very much, man. Glad you could join us. You missed it earlier. I mentioned wearing the Boeing shirt today. Not on brand with the Cockpit, but I don't have a Textron shirt or a Cessna shirt. Need to get one. Alright. Speaking of shirts, we had just dropped the Citation Pretend Pilot merchandise. So opened that store just a couple of days ago. You should see some links to it in the description on the channel. I'll go ahead and throw up a exclamation point merch. Should have the bot pull up the link there in the chat for you. But yeah, if you want to support the channel, hop on over there, take a look at the store. Right now we got two different logo t-shirts, one with the Pretend Pilot text and then the Pretend Pilot Jet logo. I thought it was going to throw up a link to it. Maybe not. Maybe it was... Oh no, there we go. Alias you set to this command shop does not exist. Okay, did I use the wrong one? Let's try that. And then also a selection of beanie stocking caps. Getting ready here for the fall and winter time, and they have been nicely embroidered Citation Jet logo on there. So they come in all. I just have, if you're looking like in the links that I have here on the stream or anything on the channel, there's just, I put like one type of each on there, so I didn't just flood it with every single different color and style and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you hop over to the actual website, it will I don't know why it's not pulling up. That's weird. It will give you all the options and everything, of course, on the website that you can look at. All kinds of different colors and combinations and stuff with the different logos. So if you want some cool sim pilot merch designed for sim pilots by a sim pilot, go over there and check it out. Yeah, Pretend Pilot is the brand I created to sell it under. Just a little shout out there to all of us pretend pilots out there flying in the sim world here. Lots more designs, all kinds of fun stuff to come with that. That was just the initial drop I wanted to put out there with it. But probably about once every month we'll have a new design come in there, you know, with its accompanying product, whether t-shirt, hoodie, whatever. So, but what you see there is just kind of the initial first batch of it that I got out there. So right now 15% off all orders. It'll automatically do it for you at checkout, so just kind of a little special discount for the opening of the shop. 15% off here for a limited time. So if you get a chance and you're in need of some shirts or stocking caps and you want to support the channel, go check it out. Otherwise, thanks for flying with me, and let's kick back and relax on our way here to Atlanta. We're just going to hug the coast right down here as we go through the Gulf. We're going to fly right over Louisiana, New Orleans, and then we will head up to the north, right back into Atlanta. Not much out the right window, so I won't give you a view out there. I'll go ahead and take you out to the exterior, though. Kind of get that shot of the coast down there as we head up. Otherwise, how's everybody doing? Good, I hope. Having an enjoyable Saturday, hopefully. We are continuing work down in the basement, just getting some stuff moved around. You've been following the channel here for the streams for the last few weeks. Been talking about the move we're going to be making here with the cockpit down into a kind of a sim / workshop room that I have down in the basement. Just kind of get all of this into one spot down there, and then at the same time I'm going to be taking that as an opportunity to make some big changes to, I guess I could say, to this cockpit. Really, it's not going to be this cockpit. It's going to be an entirely... It's going to be interesting. I'll get into it a little bit more here in the next few weeks as I start making the moves down there and stuff, but we're making pretty good progress on getting everything cleared out and ready for it. And so honestly, I may end up getting to the point where, probably we'll stream tomorrow, of course, like normal, and then we'll stream on Wednesday. My wife Kimberly is probably going to fly with us there on Wednesday. I think we probably won't do VATSIM. We may do more of like a little kind of a Scotland sightseeing tour. She's a big fan of that area of the world over there, and when I told her, we can do flights in the longitude, we can keep it at a lower altitude, and we'll just not go on VATSIM, and just kind of make up our own flight plan and just kind of fly through that area for, good hour and a half or so. So that'll probably be the stream here this next, we'll keep it extremely realistic and all that stuff. I'll file a plan, and we'll fly the flight plan and all that kind of stuff. We just won't be on VATSIM. So, yeah, that'll be the plan for Wednesday. And then honestly, that may be the last stream from this cockpit for a while, because I probably will begin to move it after that, and it's going to take a while, especially once you hear kind of what my plans are with the whole home cockpit situation here. It may be a little while before we get another flight stream going, so I'll let you know more about that here in the next several days too as it gets closer. If we don't get around to moving it here as quickly as I think, we'll obviously continue the flight streams until that happens, but yeah, that's kind of going to be the plan as of right now. So, kind of being a little bit coy with what I'm planning on doing with this. I'm fairly certain what I'm thinking is going to happen will happen. I just don't want to say it yet, just in case I completely change my mind or something happens where we completely decided to go a different way with it, and I just don't want to say, here's what I'm going to do, this is going to be really awesome, and then I just end up not doing it. But if I do go ahead and go through with it, I think it's going to be something that hopefully you guys are going to enjoy seeing the process of, and what we're going to end up building, I don't think exists out there in the flight sim community as of right now. So I'll leave it at that, but that's going to be the kind of the goal here. Still going to be citation related, obviously, business jet related, those kind of aircrafts. Not going to get into any airliner stuff. I've kind of always said that from the beginning. I'm not a big airliner guy. Probably not a whole lot in the way of smaller GA stuff, like 172 is not going to do anything like that. But we may dabble in, some of the other kind of, what would you call that? Small to lightweight or extremely lightweight jets, but then also maybe some aircraft. Well, I mean, like, I'll just say, like the working title stuff, how well it's built and how fully fleshed out it is. It's made for home cockpit use, basically, because how functional everything is on it. And so when we're talking, like the Longitude, obviously, the CJ4, obviously fully fleshed out itself, and then of course something like the TBM. All three of those got the working title overhaul and are just fantastic aircraft right now. And so, like I've always said, I mean, the channel's built around the Longitude. It's built around the citation. It's in my name. It's what I built. It's what I created the channel name off of. But I know that a lot of people like to see some other planes, flying. And not only that, but it also allows us maybe more options for different flights, like in the streams and stuff here, where I always try to keep the streams around a couple hours, and so we're always looking for these kind of similar flights that we always seem to fly, because that's how VATSIM is staffed at the time and stuff. But we've always kind of got these Houston to Atlanta or Vegas to LA, or Chicago to Washington, or kind of, it's always the same flights over and over and over again. Sometimes it feels like. Now we try to go out of different airports and all that, but what I'm getting at is if we had something like the TBM or something like that ready to fly, we could maybe make a 2-hour stream of flights just down in the Florida area. Obviously it doesn't go as fast, still pretty quick, little airplane, but we can do a lot more in terms of different flights, where maybe we're flying from Miami up to Jacksonville or something, and make that an entire stream. Whereas if in the TBM, whereas if we were trying to do that in Longitude, we would take off and then you know, be to Jacksonville in 20 minutes. And so, so basically, like I said, what I'll announce of what I'm going to attempt to do with the home cockpit setup here. And I'm not just talking about, you know, setting up a TBM profile on the Stream Decks and now all of a sudden we're in the TBM. No, we're talking about this isn't going to look the same at all. So I don't want you to think that I'm trying to make a big deal about, or, you know, big announcement about we're going to start flying the TBM and I've put a TBM Stream Deck profile in and now we're going to do that. No, this is going to be, if I do the TBM, the cockpit's going to look TBM. You know, if we're doing the longitude's going to look, or the cockpit's going to look like a longitude. CJ4, it's going to look like a CJ4. So, and I have a plan to do all of that. So I think that's probably going to happen. And like I said, I'll give a little more information on that probably here in the next week or two if I do decide to go forward with that. Unfortunately, it will put a nix on all of the flight streams for probably a good little while, several months at least, but I plan to supplement that with videos on the channel documenting the process of what I'm going to be doing along the way. So hopefully that'll help keep the content out there and keep people coming back and want to, you know, follow everything. And then of course, once I get back to where I'm doing flight streams again, obviously we'll start those back up and try to do them again on this, you know, 3 times a week thing that I try to do. So that's kind of a very vague look into what I'm hoping to do in terms of the next steps here with the channel and with the home cockpit. Right now, though, we are just rolling along here. I'll throw up the MFD if you just want to see what we're looking at. Cruising along at Mach 0.84. I'll back out so you can see there's where we're headed. Up to Atlanta. We're top of descent. Going to be up there. Looks like we're probably about 300 miles away from it. Looks like we're going to have all of the Lord of the Rings waypoints on the Gandalf 2 arrival. I see Frodo. I see Smaug. What are the other ones on there? I remember flying these before. It's kind of fun. The Shire, yeah, so we're coming in on Shire, Frodo, Bilbo, Baggins, and Smaug. And then we'll hit Gandalf, Holler, Schuler, and Engel. Okay. Yep, so we're the Lord of the Rings arrival. There's Gollum, Rohan, Gimli, Azog. I have to show Kimberly that. She'd get a kick out of that. Yes, Pilot Dave. You are the man. Pilot Dave was actually the first purchase from the Citation merch store. Thank you very much for that support. You are awesome, dude. Pilot Dave, also a channel member. If you want to become a channel member, obviously that option is there as well. I don't do a whole lot of, you know, crazy like perks and stuff with it. It's just kind of a way there to support the channel. I didn't want to put out, you know, any member-only videos or member-only streams or, you know, put anything behind a paywall or anything like that, just for the type of content. I don't feel like the type of content that I do deserves that. I mean, there's a lot of stuff out there where, you know, tutorials and stuff that are really in-depth and people put a lot of time and effort into. Absolutely. I think that stuff should be, you know, like member-only type things, or where, you know, people can support them with a members-only subscription to see those videos. But like type of stuff I do, that I'm, like I've always said, this is an entertainment channel. I'm not really showing how to do anything or anything like that. I'm just doing the stuff that I enjoy and nerd out about, and decided to put it on YouTube. And hopefully there's other people out there that nerd out about it as well, and we can all enjoy it together for some good entertainment. So so yeah, I don't put any like members only streams or videos out or anything like that. But yeah, just membership is another way to help support the channel if you want, and help me keep cranking out some content here, because I know there's plenty of options out there for you to watch in terms of Microsoft Flight Simulator streamers and content creators. I watch a ton of them myself as well, and so I know there's a lot of great ones out there. And so I just tried to carve out my little niche here with with a home cockpit, and then also just having it kind of based around, you know, the smaller aircraft and the business type jets and things like that. And, you know, not going with the airliners and stuff like that. And so if that stuff enjoys you, hopefully, if you enjoy that type of stuff, and hopefully you do, and hopefully that's why you're here. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep trying to put as much out as I can, and keep doing it for as long as I can. So the channel memberships, the merch store, all that kind of stuff are just ways I'm trying to help monetize the channel, just to keep resources coming in that'll allow me to just keep putting more time and effort and stuff into it, and keep pumping out content that hopefully you guys enjoy and are excited to watch. So, but yeah, big things on the horizon in terms of what we're going to be doing with the whole cockpit situation. So stand by in the next few weeks, and we'll hopefully get a little more into that. So. Let's see, turn on some music. We're on Unicom at this point. I'll turn it off as we get closer to center. Looks like all these clouds in front of us up here are precipitation, but we're above all of it, so probably not going to run into any of that. Yeah, it looks like we probably should get Atlanta Center. Oh, probably in the next 100 miles, 150 miles, maybe. Maybe about 200 miles. Got another citation that is flying a different flight plan than us, but he is a 41,000 as well, directly to our north. It's actually right over in here somewhere. Can't see him, but we're going to be racing to Atlanta. He took a little bit of a shortcut with the flight plan that he took, so he's going to get there first for sure. Oh, he also took off from George Bush. He took off from Hobby. Alright.
I wanna take you out. Show
Let's see. 32975, we got that in our standby, so that'll be ready.
I wanna figure out what it takes to give you everything you desire.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, Dave, I ordered one. Obviously did, you know, some samples and stuff before I turned it on live, and so it took about whatever they said on the email after you made the order, you know, here's how long it'll be to ship. It was about what they said, so hopefully whatever dates they gave you, they gave me like a week's range. Now it was kind of closer to actually it fell, I think, right in the middle of the range that they give me. So whatever range they gave you, I would expect it, obviously no earlier than that, but probably maybe sometime right in between the two dates they gave you. So, but yeah, the samples I got were great, and really liked the way it came out. Tried to go with some more high quality type stuff. These aren't just going to be kind of like, actually this Boeing shirt I'm wearing is a good example. It's that kind of 100% cotton, feels like it's fully starched, you know, kind of, I don't know. They're fine, but I really don't like t-shirts like this. The ones that are in the merch shop right now are all the colors are what they call heather, and I went through this with my wife. She explained all this to me, but like a heather fabric is a combo of cotton, and then the heather, which is kind of like usually little white speckles in it to kind of give it a textured look. those are polyester, which also then makes it a lot more smooth. So they're very lightweight, which I love. Probably not a shirt you're going to want to wear out in the middle of fall or winter. You know, you'd probably be a little chilly in it, but nice and lightweight. They got a little bit of a stretch to them, so sometimes if I put one on and it's hugging me a little tight, you know, I'll give it a little stretch here or there. These shirts are great for doing that. And then the way that the print is on it, I think it turned out great. So I sent it through the wash and the dryer once just to make sure it didn't turn into a toddler-sized shirt after that, and everything fits exactly as it did before I washed it, so I was happy with it, so that's why I went ahead and opened up the store. So yeah, Dave, hopefully it's great. And whenever you get it, if we do a stream or something, feel free to pop in and let me know how it's working for you. Stocking caps, the embroidered jet on the front, that's my thing, but I'm a stocking cap guy, so not sure I'll ever wear one on the stream because it does get a little warm in here. Speaking of that, turn on the exhaust fan up here, but I'd definitely wear one on the stream. Actually, you know what? I probably will the next time maybe not tomorrow because it's still 100 degrees here in Kansas, but I'll start wearing those on the stream. I try to wear them. I've worn the Pretend Pilot one the last 2 or 3 streams in a row, so I want to wear something different, but I'll definitely, be wearing them, and then obviously whenever we're getting ready to release a new design, I'd like to wear it on here, give a little preview of what it is. But yeah, the stuff to come, I think it's gonna be fun. Like I said, I'm putting some thought and effort into this. This isn't just the usual YouTube guy's got a channel and he's like, hey, let's open a merch store, and just throws up some, his own logo or his own name or just random stuff like that, just text and stuff. I didn't want to go with that. I wanted to put some thought and effort into it and some real good designs. Obviously incorporated the help of my wife Kimberly on that. She's a lot more fashionable than I am, and so obviously helping with knowing what colors go with what and all that sort of thing. But in terms of some of the designs and stuff, and these ones that I coined the OG collection, which is just going to be the jet logo and then obviously the Pretend Pilot text logo. I know not a lot of people want to be walking around with stuff that says Pretend Pilot on it, especially if you're a 40-year-old guy like me and you just don't want to be walking around with a shirt that might say Pretend Pilot. You think you'll look stupid or something, but I wouldn't. I mean, I like it. I think it's cool, and I think anybody else that sees it's going to go, hey, Pretend Pilot. That's the name of the brand. It's not going to be plastered on every shirt. But I did the initial OG shirt. I wanted to at least get one of those out there, that has the Pretend Pilot brand logo on there. But yeah, all this stuff that's coming in the future, I've put some thought and effort into some of the designs, and there'll be flight simulator, aviation, all that kind of stuff. All that's worked into to each design concept and that sort of thing. And I think we've got some good ones that people are going to enjoy. I've got probably a dozen lined up all ready to go. And like I said, probably about one a month. I'll try to at least introduce one a month into the store, a new design. So just to keep it fresh and just not have it sit there stagnant with the same stuff for 6 months.
That's all right by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race. What's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from. Everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same.
I'm probably going to push about hour, 2.5 hours today on the stream, I think. So this is estimating us landing in just under an hour. We've been streaming for about an hour and a half. So granted, that first 30 minutes was us getting set up in Chicago, and then as soon as they went offline, I thought, no, we're not going to do 3/4 of the flight in complete silence and not even have any kind of coverage when we take off. So we quickly disconnected, refiled, decided to go Houston to Atlanta, and then if you're in here when we spawned into Atlanta, the stream decks weren't working right for some reason, so just a complete restart of the Microsoft Flight Simulator fixed that. So finally, once we got up into the air, we were probably about an hour deep into it already, so. Do you guys enjoy seeing like the whole startup process and the whole running through the checklist and everything prior to, or after I start the sim, you know, getting the clearance and all that, or would you rather I start the flights after the plane is fully started up, we've got our clearance, and basically at the point where we're ready to taxi? I've often wondered that, like if people maybe come in here expecting to see a flight, and after being on here for 10 minutes and all we've done is started up some batteries and maybe gotten our clearance from air traffic control, if they kind of are like, you know what, I'm more interested in seeing flights, so let's get a move on. So I don't know if the general consensus is like, you know, have everything up and going when you start the stream to where basically you're ready to taxi. I can definitely do that for sure, but I just want to do what everybody would find more interesting to watch. I know a lot of people like the full experience from like the fact that when I started doing these streams, I tried to make it look like, you know, I even had the stream deck shut off, the screens were dark. I had us spawned in, you know, so that the exterior and everything, you could see all that, but really what I tried to do is give the illusion that we've literally just climbed into the cockpit when we start the stream, and we're just starting everything up from scratch. So I kind of enjoy it that way, but I mean, if the general consensus is everybody would just rather see us get in the air quicker, we can do that. I file the flight plan and do all that ahead of time. I've had some people ask me and put in comments, you know, about can we show that part of it. I definitely could. I just get my iPad screen on OBS so it shows up on the screen for you guys to see, and we could even do the flight plan and stuff while we're in the cockpit. But I mean, yeah, if we did all of that, it would probably mean it would be a good 45 minutes before we ever took off. So, and that's part of the reason I usually pick flights that are somewhere 2 hours or less, so that the streams don't go, you know, 4 hours. Because I wouldn't mind streaming 4 hours. It just on a weeknight it goes way too late, and on the weekends I got to do got the family stuff I've also got to take care of, so I can't necessarily just be on here for 4, 5, 6 hours at a time. So, but yeah, maybe I'll throw a poll up there or something later on the community tab and just see, kind of get an idea of what people think, or I'll just keep doing it the way I've been doing it. If I notice when I start streams that there's one person in there watching, then I'll know maybe not a lot of people enjoy that whole beginning phase. So. Miami to Puerto Rico from Dave. Yeah, we could do that. How far would that be? I'm curious. My geography's horrible. I mean, I know that they're somewhat in the general vicinity, but I'm just curious how long of a flight that would actually be. When I was talking to Kimberly about doing a Scotland flight, we were talking about, I was like, well, do you want to take off in Scotland and fly around and land at the same airport? Do you want to fly from somewhere else? And so we were just kind of looking around. So I think we're probably going to take off from one of the main ones there in London. So either Gatwick, I think, is one, and what's the other one, obviously? Heathrow. We might take off from one of those. I don't want to do it under VATSIM because I've never flown internationally on VATSIM. I know it's not too much different, but plus we're not going to file just a normal flight plan. It's going to be a lot of user waypoints to hit some of the kind of scenic areas there in Scotland. But I think we were going to go from one of those airports in London and then kind of zigzag our way across Scotland, where it ended up being about an hour and a half flight by the time it's all said and done. So let's see, Miami to Puerto Rico. Oh, okay, so that's a little ways. I was thinking Cuba for some reason. I was like, that would be a fun flight to do in like the TBM, Miami to like Havana. That wouldn't be too long at all, but okay, Miami to Puerto Rico, that'd be fun. Yeah, we'll do that sometime. Do they staff Puerto Rico, Dave? Do you know a lot? Let me look right now. I'm just curious what the coverage is down there right now. Because I'm assuming we'd want to do it on VATSIM, but I don't know how often it's staffed down there. Right now there's no coverage, but looks like they do have people at Princess Juliana. Is Princess Juliana the one that you fly over the beach of people? I don't remember. Never remember that one. Oh, there's Nightbot throwing out the merch shop link right on. Couldn't remember if I had a trigger set up for that or not. I thought exclamation point merch for shop would bring it up, but it wasn't for some reason, so I don't know what that was all about. Also, don't forget, if we get up into these long cruises like this where there's not a whole lot going on. If you're watching the channel and you have you're watching it under a YouTube account, you're earning channel points with the Citation channel here. So basically, what that means, you might have to be subscribed. I'm not actually sure on that. Why not subscribe even if you're not? But I don't know if you have to be subscribed, but yeah, it'll start keeping track of channel points. But you have to be in a YouTube account, so it can actually know that who you are, and that's sort of not. I mean, it's not collecting any information. It's so that the bot knows that okay, this profile right here has been watching for this long, and then it gives you channel points. I think you saw that Dave did an exclamation point points. That'll actually tell you how many you have accumulated so far, and that will, if you look in the description for the stream, there's a whole list of prompts there for the points, and you can just have fun with them. Basically, I mean, you can save them up and redeem them for some kind of fun and just kind of goofy stuff I have on there. But there's also some games you can do. Exclamation point slots, exclamation point gamble, and again, these are not monetary values, or just stupid channel points, that basically mean nothing. I could give you 100,000 of them right now if I wanted to. But it rewards, people that watch the streams and that sort of thing. You continue to gain points. If you subscribe, you get an extra, I think, 100 points or something like that, or I don't know how many points it was, a couple hundred maybe. If you become a channel member, an immediate 1,000 points it adds to it. If you do a super chat or a donation, it'll do, I think, like 1,000 points for each $1 you donate or something like that. So, but it allows them to add up. But then, yeah, those games that you can do, like gamble. If you do exclamation point gamble and then a space and then however many points you want to gamble with. So if you've got 500 points and you want to gamble all 500, you just type in exclamation point gamble space 500. And then what the bot's going to do is it's going to roll a virtual 100-sided dice, and then depending on what number you get on that dice, it'll give you a factor of this is how much you won off of that roll. And the way that I understand it is the higher the number the dice roll is, the more multiples you'll get in terms of your win. So like 98, 99, and 100, if you roll those, you get like 8 times what you bet. But the bottom part of that, like 0 to 50, is only like, I don't know if it's 0 or maybe you just get back what you bet. But then it kind of steps up from there. So just a fun way to, if you want to try and increase your points through that, you can do it. The slot is exclamation point slots, space, and then the number of points you want to do. And basically that's going to spin a virtual slot machine. You don't see any of this. It's all being done by the bot in the background, but it'll pop up with a bot message and tell you, oh, here was your slot roll, and it's going to be, a combination of 3 different things. And depending on that combination, you'll, again, get a factor on how many points you bet of how much you would win. So you may not win any, or you may get 5 times what you bet. So you can do that. Exclamation point heist starts out like a little game. I don't know if that one works. It works well on Twitch. They say it works on YouTube. I've never tried it, but basically it'll just show that basically you've started a little journey. And I tried to. You could customize it. Before it was like a pirate ship theme type thing, but I tried to customize it for flight sim stuff, and especially I brought in our good buddy here, Kevin Spacey, so he's involved in the heist as well. So exclamation point heist and then space, however many points you want to do there. And basically it's going to tell you at the end of it, you were successful, and it'll give you an extra amount of points that you won doing it, or it'll say you failed and you just lose the points. So again, just some fun stuff that I discovered within the Streamlabs software that I use that is available. So if we get into, you know, situations like this where we're just flying and there's not a whole lot to do and we're just kind of talking and chatting, if you want to do some more stuff in the chat and play with the bot points and things like that, it's definitely out there. And then don't forget, there's a whole list of other prompts there. So like I said, exclamation point points will tell you how many points you currently have. Exclamation point top will tell you the list of leaders for the channel, who has the most. I think mine's going to show up there because I gave myself like 100,000 points just so I could be testing things. So mine will show up there first, but then you'll see everybody else's name after that. And I think it does like the top 5 or something. You can actually gift your points to other people if you want. Exclamation point give, and then if you hit space and you type in whatever their username shows in the chat, and then another space, and then the number of points you want to give them, it'll take that out of your points balance and give it to them. So if you feel like being generous, you can share your points. Exclamation point lurk, that basically just lets the chat know that you're here. This is for like really hardcore people that watch streams. It's not necessarily me. I'm more of a YouTube video guy, but I have started watching more and more streams lately. But people that are really into it, I thought I'd better educate myself on this since I call myself a streamer. But really, people that use streams and stuff know how a lot of this stuff works. But yeah, exclamation point lurk, basically just kind of a fun way to let the chat know that you're around, you're watching the stream, but you may not be paying attention. You know, if somebody calls you out, if I say your name in the stream, or if somebody asks you a question in the chat, you know, it just kind of lets everybody know that you're here, but you may not be at your keyboard or necessarily paying attention. So that's just a fun way to do that. Exclamation point Discord will give you the link to our Discord server. Exclamation point member will give you the link to become a channel member here on YouTube if you want. I'm going to stop saying exclamation point. You have to put an exclamation point before every one of these words I'm about to say, so just FYI. Again, this is all in the video description. Specs. That'll give you the specs of the PC that runs my cockpit. I get that question a lot, so I thought I would just throw that up as a chat command. So once again, I'll say it. Exclamation point specs will give you the specifications of the PC that I use to run the cockpit here. Gear, that'll give you a link to a channel in the Discord server that will show you all of the items that I used in the cockpit. I tried to get as many of them from Amazon links as I possibly could, and those are affiliate links, so if you do buy from those, I will get a little bit of a commission from them. So, yeah, I tried to, on that page in the Discord, I tried to just link everything that I used, all the different screens, cameras, components, flight controls, all that kind of stuff. So exclamation point gear will give you a link to the Discord page that has all of that listed in there. I also do the PC specs are in there as well. I have a different computer that I used to do Flight Simulator off of. I have those specs in there as well, just in case anybody's interested in the types of PC and stuff. I know there's a lot of people that like that tech stuff, so those channels over on the Discord server should have a lot of that information if you're interested. What else do we have? Exclamation point donate will bring up a link if you want to make a donation. Super chats right here on the stream itself here on YouTube is another way you can donate. That way it'll go through YouTube. I think the other one is like a Streamlabs link that'll allow you to donate through there if you want to. Again, never expected anything like that. Just as I've continued to do this and I've wanted to make it bigger and better and stuff, I'm just trying to put those outlets out there in case anyone does want to help support the channel, and you know, I want to continue doing it, and the plans I have on the horizon are bigger and better, and I'm not in any way saying I'm trying to, you know, get funding for that sort of thing or asking you guys for money so I can do that kind of stuff. That's not what it's about at all. It's basically just, you know, it takes time and effort and stuff, you know, a few hours each day on the weekend here to do the streaming, and then during the week, and then, you know, all that kind of stuff. The streaming and the making the videos, I wouldn't do that if I unless I had a YouTube channel. The whole building out of the cockpit and all that, I can guarantee you I would have done that regardless of whether or not I wanted to do it on YouTube. But, you know, the idea of putting it on YouTube and trying to provide some entertainment, that sort of thing, was just an idea that I've kind of always had and wanted to do. And then, you know, the channel grew and got big enough to where they monetized the channel. And so this is just a way to, you know, try and help if anyone wants to help, you know, contribute to the channel and help me keep making it bigger and better as I can. And it's much appreciated. Never expected, but always much appreciated. And yeah, so that exclamation point donate would give you some links to do that if you're interested. Exclamation point learn is going to give you a link to the Corporate Pilot Dad's channel. I've had some questions from people about, you know, doing some more in-depth stuff about tutorials or how to do this or how to do that. I'm not the guy to do that. I'm not a real pilot. I've learned the stuff I've learned from just flying in the flight simulator or looking stuff up and watching other people's videos, namely the Corporate Pilot Dad's videos. That's where I learned a lot of stuff about the Longitude and just about business jets in general. So I always try to refer people over to him because he's got a great selection of stuff to watch and to learn from that way. But yeah, so that would give you a link over to his channel. Exclamation point loyalty, that'll give you a link that'll show you the different things that you can redeem the loyalty points for. It's actually a separate Streamlabs website that'll show you the options. It kind of gives a little description of what each one entails, so that'll give you a link to go to that. And an exclamation point commands would actually just give you basically the exact same list I give you here in the description. So I put that one up there, but a lot of people will just look down in the description to find that stuff. So anyway, just wanted to go over those right quick. I don't know if I've ever fully gone over those before during a stream, so just thought I would just do that right quick. So RWD2971 St. Martin. Oh yeah, okay, that's the one where it flies over with all the people waiting out front. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. Welcome, by the way. Yeah, landing over the beach. Okay, gotcha. I went on a Disney cruise and went to St. Martin. It was beautiful. Sick! We have not gone on a Disney cruise, Pilot Dave, and we are full-blown Disney fanatics now. We've gone there on vacation the last 2 years to Disney World, and now they own our souls, basically. So, no, we had a blast. We went once thinking it would just be a once-in-a-lifetime trip, and on the way home we were like, nope, we'll be going back again. We made that decision on the way home after getting COVID while we were at Disney World. So even having COVID and getting it while we were on the trip, we even decided that we were going to go back. So, but yeah, we've been there the last couple of years. And we've become quite knowledgeable on the whole Disney World thing, and love to talk about it to anybody who will listen. You might have noticed a couple months back I even dabbled around throwing a few of those videos up on the channel. They were not well received, and I think they started to screw up the algorithm on how YouTube knew how to push my stuff out to different people and stuff like that, because I noticed a lot of the views on some of my other stuff started to go down. And after some research and talking to some other people who knew more about it than I did, they're like, yeah, you're starting to confuse the algorithm, and it's not sure what kind of content to push out to people. And so I thought, okay, well, we'll keep the Disney stuff separate, or, you know, I won't worry about posting that kind of stuff. But yeah, Disney cruise, that's on the bucket list. We need to do that for sure. But that'd be cool. If we went down to St. Martin, that'd be neat. Mookie, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, another channel member. Mookie is here. Good to see ya. Just making our way up to Atlanta. We're actually going to be, looks like we're about 100 miles out from our top of descent, so not too far. Let's see how close we are to actually getting into Atlanta Center coverage. He'll probably ping me as I start to get closer, but we'll just anticipate and be ready here. Thank God he hasn't gone offline.
Going back to my old hometown, picking up
Yeah, we're going to be coming up here, yeah, very shortly. And that actually, you can see the very faint contrails. Now, I saw them over here pretty clearly when I was going on the spiel about all the different channel point things, but that's the other citation that flew out of George Bush in Houston. So he's also heading to Atlanta. So a pair of citations are going to be rolling into Atlanta here shortly. But yeah, we're going to be coming up on his airspace here in just a bit, and he's been online for 2 hours, not too terribly long. Then Atlanta approach has been on for about an hour and 45 minutes, so hopefully those guys will still be around and we will get our coverage as we roll in. So Atlanta Center, I think, yep, I've got it queued up, ready to go, and then Atlanta approach is 33475. It is in COM 2, so we'll be ready to switch over to it when necessary. So we've got those in. Like I said, top of descent, we're about 100 miles out. We're going to be coming in on the Gandalf 2 arrival, and our, turn this down just a little bit in case it's getting annoying listening to me and the music. Alright, so Gandalf 2, it's a Shire transition. So yeah, we'll be coming in, and our first restriction is going to be at Baggins at or above 240. I just want to make sure that's in the flight plan. And it's going to be there for us to VNAV down on. It is. There's our 250 knot restrictions. Once we start to get close, I can remember that from flying into Atlanta before. Those are all good. And then Gandalf, yep. And then Schuler is going to be at 8,000 feet. Yep. And then Jingle and Cubit. And it's got the 8 left runway arrival. Are we close enough to pick up the ATIS? We are. Let's go ahead. We're going to monitor that. Alright, I'm going to shut down the music just for right now while we... I'm going to pick up the ATIS there just so we can see what to expect. Plus, we're probably going to get pinged to by the Atlanta Center controller here in just a minute. Got some weather out to the right there. I'm going to throw up the right camera. You guys can see out over there. Pretty good little thunderheads poking up over there. Alright, I'm going to pull off those 2 overlays. Got too much of a busy screen there, I feel like, with all that on there. Overlay looks good. Yeah, we're about 2/3 of the way there. Cruising along at almost 500 knots over the ground. We got a 15 knot tailwind pushing us along, so that's nice. So yeah, cruising right along. Alright. So we'll get pinged by him here shortly. He's probably going to tell us to go ahead and descend via the arrival. So we will expect that. And then, yeah, I wanted to pick up the ATIS. So we're going to monitor the ATIS as well as Unicom. So the arrival ATIS is 11965. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the active, and then I'm going to hit this monitor button. I'll throw up the GTC so you can see what I'm talking about. So I've got 22.8 in COM 1, which is our active. I got 32975 in standby on COM 1, which is going to be our Atlanta Center when we get pinged to transfer over to him. And then I've got 119.65 in COM 2, which is the Atlanta arrival ATIS. And so I'm going to go ahead and hit this MON button kind of in the top center of the screen there. If I hit that, that's actually going to allow us to listen to 11965, but also still be on 122.8, because you never want to leave the frequency you're supposed to be on ever. So obviously in real life, but then also on VATSIM here. So just trying to keep it realistic, and because they even say that when you fly VATSIM, they never want you to to leave your... They always, if you're going to get up and leave, they know you're just flying at home, but if you're going to get up and go to the bathroom, to let them know so that they're not making call-outs and you're not there, and, they think that you've either disconnected or whatever. So, anyway, let's hop over and monitor that.
So 70 at 6. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 4,500. Few clouds at 18,000. Feeling 25,000 broken. Temperature 27. 2.15. Altimeter 3019er. Simultaneous approaches in use. Visual approach runway 8 left. Visual approach runway 9 right. Notices to air mission. Taxiway Sierra Charlie closed between taxiway Romeo and taxiway Sierra Juliet 1. Bird activity vicinity of airport. Operate transponder with mode Charlie on all ramps, taxiways, and runways. Advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo.
Alright, so that's Bravo. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the monitor button again so it takes us off there. Alright, so that was 8 left and 9 right is what they told us are the 2 arrival runways. So hopefully we will get 8 left because that is going to be right there closest to the FBO. So that's what we'll expect. That's what is in our arrival procedure, and then we can probably select some sort of a ILS 8 left approach. Yeah, we can do that if we want to, and get that prepared just so we have it in. But we'll do that here in just a minute. So I think we should... Oh, yep, I did get pinged. I didn't hear it, but I just happened to check it. Alright, so we're going to hop over to Atlanta Center. Atlanta Center, citation November 316, Bravo, Papa with you at flight level 410.
Alright, 316 Bravo, Papa, Atlanta Center, right in. Citation 3 Charlie Foxtrot, descend via the Gandalf. Or correction, 3 Charlie Foxtrot. Go ahead and change to the Gandalf 2 arrival, please. 3 Charlie Foxtrot, it should just be the same, it should all be the same transition, yeah. Shower, please.
That other citation's 25 miles ahead of us.
And just let me know when you got that reprogrammed. 6 Bravo Foxtrot, correction, 6 Bravo Papa, ready to contact 20 miles north of the Mike, Victor Charlie VOR.
Alright. Top of descent.
Delta 169, contact line approach 133.47.
Coming up here in about 40 miles. So
Line approach 13347, Delta 169.
we're not cleared to descend via it yet, but we'll expect it. So, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and make sure we have VNAV on.
1386 Papa, Indianapolis Center offline, radar services terminated, frequency change approved. You have a good day.
Okay, 22.8, November 1386 Papa, thanks for the service, we'll see you.
And if he does give us that clearance, it'll be 8,000 is going to be our bottom altitude. So once we get cleared to descend via that approach, we'll throw in 8,000 to our altitude selector, and then it should VNAV us all the way down, hitting all the waypoints and everything along the way. Such a fun airplane to fly. Quote unquote fly. You're not doing a whole lot. We're managing computers. Outside for just a little bit.
And 3 Charlie Foxtrot, descend via the Gandalf 2 arrival, the Atlanta Altimbro 3019er.
Atlanta Center, Delta 210, level 350, we're just south of Shire. Checking in.
Delta 210 Atlanta Center, radar contact, position as reported. Southwest 2236, climb maintain level 280, that will be your final today.
Alright, flight level 280, Southwest 2236.
Atlanta Center, Cessna 20559er, level 6,270 heading.
20559er, Atlanta Center, the Birmingham altimeter 3018.
3018, we're still not picking up Vulcan yet, Cessna 20559er.
20559er, roger. You on a heading, correct?
Yeah, assigned 270.
0559er, roger, or just keep me on heading for a bit.
Roger. You want me to let you know when I get it?
Sure.
Okay.
American 1314, Atlanta Center, climb maintain flight 240, delete speed restriction.
Maintain flight
Hasn't given us our clearance to descend yet on that arrival.
Okay, 13,
It's about
14, delete
20
fear
miles
restriction.
away.
What's the question?
Delete the fee restriction for the departure. Six Bravo Papa, descend via the Gandalf to arrival, the land altimeter 3017.
Alright, we'll descend via the Gandalf to arrival. 6 Bravo Papa. There it is.
Center $1.22.
I think you just said 3027.
$1.22, Atlanta Center, climb maintain follow 310.
To check that. They must have updated. Alright, so we're going to go in here. Going to pull
Southwest
our
2236, cross Dutchy, out of maintain follow 240.
altitude down to 8,000 feet.
240 Southwest 2236 at Dutchy.
Atlanta Center,
VNAV
Southwest
is enabled.
1343, flight level 310.
Southwest 1343, Atlanta Center, welcome.
Alright. There you
Atlanta
can see
Center,
it's
3585. We're climbing
active
95
now.
out of Birmingham.
Skyway 3585, thanks. Climb maintain follow 210.
Pull up those overlays in case you
210,
want to see
anything
it
we can go
there.
direct Gandalf.
Skyway 3585, leaving 1000, clear direct Gandalf.
Right after 1000 direct Gandalf, Skyway 3585.
I'm going to go ahead in our COM 1 and put the approach.
Southwest 2236, contact Jacksonville Center 135.902, good night.
135.902 Southwest 2236. Have a good night.
Good evening, Atlanta Center, Exec 505.
33475 is going to be our approach frequency, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in just so I
Jet
can
505, Atlanta Center, climb maintain 180.
bring it up from the
Correction,
standby.
Flight level 180. Flight level 180, Jet 505.
Alright, you can see there we are about to, and there's the descent. About to say we're about to descend, and it just picked it up right as we started.
Jet 505, one able, clear direct kiosk, Kilo, India, Oscar, Sierra, Kilo.
Yeah, we're actually making up a little bit of space on the citation in
Jet
front of us.
505, I'm sorry, you're
Closing
not
the
to
gap
Birmingham
on him.
Airport via direct kiosk.
It was about 25 ahead of us, now it's 23.
Copy, Jet 505.
That would be because he started his descent just a little bit before us, so he slowed down, but now did, so did we, so. Alright. So, we'll probably expect radar vectors into 8 left. He hasn't told us what to expect yet, but actually I do want to go ahead and get, is 119 or 6, yeah, it's still the ATA, so I'm going to monitor that again.
Ceiling 25,000 broken. Temperature 28. 2.16. Altimeter 3017. Simultaneous approaches in use. Visual approach runway 8 left. Visual approach runway 9 right. Notices to air mission. Taxiway Sierra Charlie closed between Taxiway Romeo and Taxiway Sierra Juliet 1.
Let's say 3017.
Bird activity vicinity of airport. Operate transponder with mode Charlie on all ramps, taxiways, and runways. Advise on initial contact. You have information Charlie.
Alright, so Charlie's current now. Alright, so we'll turn off that monitor. Alright. Procedure-wise, we've got 8 left in on the arrival. We can go ahead and pull in 8 left. What's the last fix on our
Southwest 1343, descend via the Jedi 3 arrival, correction the Sith 2 arrival at the Atlanta altimeter 3017.
Descend via the set 2.
Qubit.
Landing east, Southwest 1343.
Raj or Larry?
Hammer 850 Papa Charlie.
Vectors.
I just correct.
Cessna 559, we are picking up Vulcan.
Hammer 20559, clear direct Vulcan.
Clear direct Vulcan, Cessna 559.
Last night, America 1314. Yeah, we just saw fee restrictions. Sorry about that. Can we step away for a couple minutes?
Rig 1314, yeah, that's fine. Speedbird 7 Tango Golf, cross Andre, correction, cross Osvia to maintain 4000, the Atlanta altimeter 3017.
We'll cross Osvia to maintain 14,000, and the altimeter is 3017, Speedbird 7 Tango Golf.
Number 283 Charlie Foxtrot, contact Atlanta approach 133.47, good day.
Alright, so we got the 8 left approach. I'm going to pull up that chart on here. 8 left ILS. And it is 109.
Number 850 Papa Charlie, descend and
0.3.
maintain 1000.
That is in
That'll
for a
1
nav
mile
1
left south,
source, so we'll
exactly
pick up the
about
localizer, okay. Minimum's going to be 1215.
And 0 Papa Charlie, the Tango Oscar India altimeter 3012.
3012, 0 Papa Charlie back.
We got minimums in. Alright, so we're...
6 Bravo Papa, say airspeed.
Yeah, we're indicating 300 knots.
Thank you.
Alright.
SkyWest 3585, maintain 310 knots or greater if able.
Okay, 310 is going to be our max, so we can give you about 307.
SkyWest 3585, maintain 300 knots or greater.
Okay, 300 or better for Skywest 35A.
Approach checklist.
And it'll be for
Exterior lights,
spacing.
check.
Correction sequencing. And 6 Bravo Papa, do not exceed 300 knots.
Roger, we won't exceed 3006 Bravo Papa. Alright. So we're not going to go over 300. The descent profile won't let us go over that, so I'm not going to change
Let us
anything.
Delta 824 is with you, 14,000, 15 miles from Solid.
Go ahead and pin
Delta
that chart.
824, line of center, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Up to 370, Delta 824.
I think he said 3017 on the altimeter, and I think that's what the ATIS said. It wasn't clear as it could have been, so I'm just going to check the digital ATIS real quick for Atlanta. Arrival. It's showing golf. 3017, alright.
American 1314, you back. Jet 505, cross kiosk, I maintain 1000, the Birmingham altimeter 3016.
Birmingham, or correction, kiosk at 1000, expect jet 505.
Alright, we'll remember to do our lights. So
Pressurization landing elevation, verify.
we're set at 997.
V speeds, set.
Gonna do our landing data. Alright, 8 left is what we're expecting. That's what we'll go with for right now, unless we hear different. Pull in the weather data. 82 degrees in Atlanta. 6 knots at 085. Not bad at all. Okay, we got 89, 98 available. Full flaps. We're only going to need 27, 23, so we will accept those landing speeds. And they're now up on the
Number
PFD.
850 Papa Charlie, contact Jacksonville Center,
Landing distance
135.902.
verified.
Jack,
Ice protection check.
It's on, or it's not on, not necessary.
FMS check.
Southwest 1343, contact Atlanta approach 133.47. Just verify you're descending via.
FMS is configured.
Minimums
We're on
set.
FMS nav source. Minimums are set.
Altimeters verified.
Appreciate it.
Altimeters, we just verified what it should be, and we will switch that over here in about
Good afternoon.
2,000 feet.
Citation 0 Papa Bravo is with you at flight level 410.
Skywest 3585, maintain 280 knots.
Alright, we're slowing to 280, Skywest 3585.
And 6 Bravo Papa, do not exceed 280 knots.
Yeah, we'll slow it down to 280, 6 Bravo Papa. Alright, so
And someone checking in, I missed, say again.
I'm going to go into the VNAV profile, and I'm going to change the FMS speed from 300 to 280.
410.
And that is now going to slow us down.
0 Papa Bravo, land center right in.
I'm going to throw up some speed brake here
Delta
just to get
210,
it down
descend via the gate off to your
quicker.
arrival, the Atlanta altimeter 3017.
By the gate off 3017, Delta 210.
Alright, there's 18,000, so 3017 is in.
Skywest 3585, descend via the gate off to your arrival, the Atlanta altimeter 3017.
Okay, follow the Gandalf to Skywest 3585.
Alright, we're 280
0 Papa
knots.
Bravo, radar contact 20 east of Pulaski VOR. Skywest, or discard. 6 Bravo Papa, reduce speed to 250.
They're slowing down 250, 6 Bravo Papa. Or as Tim would say, we'll pedal slower.
Radar contact 25 miles, 0 Papa Bravo.
American 1314, you back?
Go ahead and use some speed brakes
Skywest
to slow that down
3585,
further.
contact line approach 133.47.
Yeah, we were making up,
3347 for Skywest 3585. See you.
making up some pretty quick ground on that guy.
American 1336.
No!
Level 353.
6 Bravo Papa, contact line approach 133.47.
I'm pretty sure our
American.
damage... About to take off that headset to throw it, but I didn't. Good God. Yeah, Dave. I don't know why I didn't hear the ping that time. I've got to be kidding me. Ugh, that is frustrating. It can't be because of Sky. Well, Sky Dolly didn't screw us up last time. Okay, are you recording or are you not recording? How about you just close? How about that? Oh my God. I don't know why I'm closing these things down, pretending like it's going to change anything. Well, guys, that just ended a little bit earlier than anticipated. Just to silence the sound of silence and my whimpers. Turn on some music here. Can you have something a little more upbeat? I'm already a bit depressed. The heck? Come on. There. Okay. Alright, well. Simulator crashed. No idea why. That's literally the first time that's ever happened when I haven't had some iPhone camera or something plugged in to OBS. There's absolutely zero reason as to why that should have happened. Other than just it's Flight Simulator and that's what it does. just going over ideas in my head as to why I think that might have crashed. But there's nothing I did any different. Coming into Atlanta. There's a lot of traffic in Atlanta. It's pretty heavy on the frame rates in terms of the scenery. But we were just in the middle of a descent. There's not going to be a solution as to why that happened. It just happened. Because that kind of shit happens. And never when I'm just flying for fun. Only during streams. Only does that happen during streams. Well, that ended up making it more of a reasonable 2 hour and 20 minute stream. Well, sorry guys. That was turning out to be a fun approach too. He was giving us speed restrictions. We had another citation in front of us that we were probably going to be landing right behind. Everything was looking good on our arrival. I'm sure we were going to get vectored into that ILS approach, and it would have just been another fun flight approach and landing, but Flight Simulator had different plans. So we're not going to restart another one, obviously. We've been going for about 2.5 hours now. Starting another flight would just take a little bit too long. We're back tomorrow anyway, 2 o'clock. Sitting here trying to think in my head what I could do differently for tomorrow. What was running that could have been eating up resources that Flight Simulator didn't like. And I can't think of anything. I don't think cycling in those, it can't be OBS. I mean, I know OBS is part of it, but like cycling in the different camera views and stuff I have, all that's doing is making a source visible or not visible. It shouldn't be messing with Flight Simulator that much. I'm trying to think of things I've added over the last couple of weeks. Because again, like I said, we've only had, I think, 2, maybe 3 crashes to the desktop on stream, and both of those times, or 3 times, however many it was, I had my iPhone being used as a camera through an OBS app and all kinds of stuff, and I thought, okay, well that's just something in that is using some resource that Flight Simulator wants, and then it just glitches out and crashes. Before that, my crashes to desktop, even from the home cockpit, were none. I never had them, even when I would stream. So, but I'm trying to make the streams a little better, a little more interactive, to have these overlays and stuff like that. I've given up on multiple camera angles because I know that messes with it too. On Wednesday when Kimberly's in here, if I have a co-pilot in here, I'll probably use this camera up here. That seems okay. We've done streams and not had that crash with that camera running. It's when I add in a different type of a camera. These are both Logitech webcams, so they seem to work okay and play nice together, but I used a Elgato face cam here one time and it would crash. And so I know that that's not going to be an option, but I can't think of anything else I've done recently that would be messing with that. And I don't want to change any graphical settings on it because I love, what I have right now is what really the minimum it should be for as heavy of a PC as I'm running. So it's not a 4090 card, it's a 4070 Ti, but the processor is strong. So there should be no reason that I have to be running any kind of low settings or anything, even with, the pop-out screens and the experimental multi-window render views and all that. I know that that's all taking resources as well, but I don't know, this one may have just been a glitch. Honestly, what it probably was VATSIM. It probably started trying to spawn in some of the traffic we were seeing and maybe one too many aircraft or something, and it just hit a glitch and decided it was going to crash to the desktop at that point. So anyway, I'll quit trying to figure it out and quit blabbing. We're going to end the stream here. Thank you guys for stopping by. Pilot Dave, it's always good to see you, man. RW2971, good to see you. Mookie, pleasure as always, and everybody else that stopped by. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. Sorry there was a crash. Back tomorrow, though, 2 o'clock. So same time, same place. So hopefully I'll see you then. And otherwise, I guess we will probably talk to you later, guys. So see you later. See you next time.